सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम सदाशिवसमारम्भां व्यासशङ्करमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ओम शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्य कृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ओम ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलं स्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे। ओम निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ओम गुरुपुङ्गवपुङ्गवकेतनते समतामयतां नहि कोऽपि सुधीः शरणागतवत्सल तत्त्वनिधे भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्। ओम व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। ओम परब्रह्मणे नमः। ओम श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। ओम समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री वेदव्यास वैशंपायन आज्ञवल्क्य आद्य शंकरादि गुरुभ्यो नमः। अस्मद् गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम समस्त गुरूणां परब्रह्मणा श्रुतिमादि देवतानाम् अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव सिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिक संस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं तत्कृते संकल्पबद्धानां समस्त शक्ति साधना संपदा अवाप्ति द्वारा बाह्याभ्यंतर विघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा शत्रु निर्मूलन द्वारा विजय प्राप्त्यर्थं रोग निवारण सूक्तस्य पारायणं तदनन्तरं तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदः आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम अथ अथर्वणवेदमन्त्राः रोगनिवारणसूक्तं प्रथमकाण्डं प्रथमप्रपाठकः तृतीयोऽनुवाकः द्वादशः सूत्रम्। ओम जरायुजः प्रथम उश्रियो वृषा वातभ्रजास्तनयन्नेति वृष्ट्या स नो मृडाति तन्वरुजुगो रुजन्य एकमोजस्त्रेधा विचक्रमे अंगे अंगे शोचिषा शिश्रियाणं नमस्यन्तस्त्वा हविषा विधेम अंकात् समंकान् हविषा विधेम यो अग्रभेत् पर्वास्याग्रभीता मुञ्चशीर्ष्णक्या उतकास एनं परुष्परुरा विवेशायो अस्य यो अभ्रजावातजायश्च शुष्मो वनस्पतीन् स च तां पर्वतांश्च शम्मे परस्मै गात्राय शमस्त्ववराय मे शम्मे चतुर्भ्यो अंगेभ्यः शमस्तु तन्वे मम। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम अथ श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदांतर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदा ओम यस्माद्ध्यातं जगत् सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रणीयते येनेदन्धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः। यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरुचीनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते। ओम अथ शान्तिमन्त्रः। ओम शन्नो मित्रः संवरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः। नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मावादिशं ऋतमवादिशं सत्यमवादिशं तन्मामावेद तद्वक्तारमावेद आवेन्माम् आवेद्वक्तारम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ अथ द्वितीया ब्रह्मानन्दवल्ली शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ अथ चतुर्थोऽनुभागः ॐ यतो वाचो निवर्तन्ते अप्राप्य मनसा सह आनन्दं ब्रह्मणो विद्वान् न बिभेति कदाचनेते तस्यैष एव शारीर आत्मा यः पूर्वस्य तस्माद्वा एतस्मान्मनोमयात् अन्योऽन्तर आत्मा विज्ञानमयः तेनैष पूर्णः स वा एष पुरुषविद एव तस्य पुरुषविदताम् अन्वयं पुरुषविदः तस्य श्रद्धैव शिरः ऋतं दक्षिणपक्षः सत्यमुत्तरपक्षः योग आत्मा महापुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा तदप्येष श्लोको भवति ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Salutations to Parabrahma, Shruti Mata, all Brahma Vidya Acharyas, Rishi Muni Guru Devata. Salutations to Veda Vyasa, Vaishampayana, Yagnavalkya, Adi Shankara. Salutations to our own Gotra Rishi Parampara, our own Guru Parampara, and our own Swaguru. May all of them be with us, bless us to be on this path steadily all the time. What we have to remember always is spiritual sadhana is long time taking, slow, steady, evolutionary process. I was always these days remembering the spiritual path to be the path like that of trying to bring the people out of that earthquake. There, those people who are doing that seva, the relief team, whatever they may be, even they do little of the mistake also, then instead of saving the life will be killed only. So even though they know that person is there, who is alive, who is to be brought from there, you cannot just jump and take your life into risk and also that person. How one by one, whatever the rebels are removed, consciously, carefully, he is brought. Same is spiritual sadhana. He not an easy understanding and easy practice. But if by all efforts, if we can make it easy in our understanding and practice, the result is greatest. We always have to aim at the result. Like, out of 50,000 people died. Big number. But one person is made alive. It is such a great celebration and achievement. In the same way, how much ever tough it may be, but spiritual evolution, spiritual understanding is always of the highest degree because of its consequence. But then, while doing the sadhana, there are always senses of fears, everything, and it is true also. For example, as we are studying Annamaya Kosha, from so many lives, we live life only as Annamaya. Even though as an Annamaya Kosha, we are going through all the miseries, starting from the birth, the Janma, Jara, Roga, Mrityu, all are Dehatadatma Dukkha only. And when we have a Deha, all of them are there. And as a Dehi in the body, we go through all that. Yet we are habituated to it. That Aham Devas. Then suddenly, if we are asked to contemplate on a state of something beyond the Annamaya Kosha, it is very frightening how it looks like, how the experience like. What will happen to all these so far what I have done? These fears are the ones will never allow us to even do sadhana and go further. That takes lot of time. But then we have to again think, rethink about the Parama Atma, its true nature, and the bliss liberation obtained when we identify with that. When this knowledge of Anvaya about we are that Paramatatva or Purusha, when that is strengthened, then there is a attempt by us to go beyond the Annamaya. So too, Manomaya. We are told as something you are beyond the Manomaya, Paramatma you are. But from so many lives we are living only at Mano level. Can we imagine to be without thoughts? पागल बन जाएंगे. In Nidra, anyway we do it. But in the waking plane, without sentiments, without emotions, without thoughts, without concerns, without relating ourselves with the people in various forms and acting accordingly, consequent, these are all कैसे छोड़ा जाए. ये बहुत भयानक है, भयंकर. That is why nobody attempts for it. Is it not? Because there is a security of at the gross level, because something substantial, tangible is tangible seen. Much before this is the detachment from the Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasagandha. That itself takes a lot of lives. Even after we get out of those Vishayas, Vasanas of that time, still to be beyond body, not to be the body, is a big challenge. Even though to even understand, forget about practice. We are just reading the book and forgetting, therefore we are not worried. We are not interested in doing sadhana. इसलिए हमको टाइम पास हो रहा है. But for a person who genuinely want to see the self beyond the upadhis, it is such a tough challenge within. That jiva inside, unless he is matured in his knowledge and is in tune with the Lord Divine and the Guru and is committed for that goal, these cannot. And clarity, more important than commitment is clarity. Clarity of the glory of this life compared to that one. Then the commitment. With the commitment, then he can. Otherwise, how can he be without Deha? It's all like that, just like a diabetic patient. How can he be without sugar? He's always in that tension. कैसे करे, क्या करे? How to eat sugar and not get diabetes? Every year, just give one example, like that only. So that is why it's called Kshurasya Dhara. That is why in a like a population of 800 crores now, Gine Chune only will be there who have reached to that state of I am Brahman, and those who are trying also are very few. Others are doing time pass like us, studying the Upanishad, talking on the Bhashya. These are all intellectual gymnastics that anybody can do. But who told that this is sadhana? It is not sadhana. Sadhana is actually doing all the things by which we rise above our Tadhyatma with the upadhis. कहाँ हो रहा है? Even in class, we are with Annamaya only. On the meditation seat also, our thoughts are only about Annamaya. So wherever we are, only they host me there. We don't even value the knowledge that Naham Devasmi. Value means that is how the state of mind. उतना टाइम कहाँ दिया उसको, उतना विचार कहाँ किया, उतना गंभीरता कहाँ पाया. So that shows that we are at the very, very periphery level. And that's what it starts for everyone. That is why it's a long journey. We have to learn to enjoy the journey. And the journey is very long. If you don't have the knack to enjoy it, you will be heavily bored and it is worse than even anything. है कि नहीं? लंबे सफर में सफर का आनंद लेना सीखना चाहिए. सो टू दिस स्पिरिचुअली लंबा सफर, और इसमें बीच बीच में क्या क्या होता है we don't know, because of self-inflicted prarabdhas, because of the mutual prarabdha, समष्टि प्रारब्ध, ईश्वर लीला. There are very many. Suddenly कोई भी देवता या गुरु जाकर भगवान से कहेंगे, हे भगवान हम इस जीव को थोड़ा उपयोग करना चाहते हैं. कितना? 10 जन्म के लिए. बस वी आर विल बी ऑन दैट. उनके हवाले हो जाता, पता भी नहीं चलता हमको दैट वी आर बीइंग यूज्ड बाय सम gurus or some of the devatas for their work. Noble only. पता ही नहीं चलता. These are all very subtler things. One of those many I just touched. So then let us be regular and enjoy it. Those days when we are inspired, let us do sadhana deeply, intense. That day when you are not inspired for various reasons, do the minimum whatever is possible because that alone is maximum at that time. But keep the torch alive. The torch of being on the Vedanta Adhyatmika Marga. Totally don't leave it. That challenging attitude we have to have because to give up this and go back to the world is very enjoying, very enchanting. Back to again such an activity of external being with the friends and people and then enjoying your variety of outing, etc. As we were doing earlier, before we enter into Vedanta class, it is not difficult at all. मजा भी आता है. That's why people go away after some taste. उनको फिर टिकना नहीं होगा. Impossible it is. Only those you and I are some matured people कि a little more let me try, little more time let me do. ऐसा जो सोचते हैं ना वही रह जाते हैं. In any of the tough challenges, it is so. Those who have that some more attitude, like the bhoga vastus, bhoga vyaktis, bhoga jivas, have some more bhoga attitude. So too, the साधकों में जिनको होता है और थोड़ा वो लोग ही रुक टिक सकते. Otherwise, how much time it will take to decide, enough I have taught you one, this one, Valli, enough, remaining you study, I can stop. But the attitude that aur, this is what is keeping us on track. Along with that, our terrible prarabdhas, they are so tough, especially the deha prarabdha. मन को भी होता है, लेकिन देह प्रारब्ध भयानक कठिन होता है. Both sides, it gives sukha also, it gives dukkha also, which will never allow us to go beyond. That is why through Jnanam, gained, convinced, continuously keep on saying, Nahan Devasmi, Nahan Jivasmi, Aham Brahmasmi. This works wonders. It is required. Aham Brahmasmi Mantroyam Koti Dosham Nivarayat. All those Vedanta Dindima shlokas, that is why Shankara Bhagavan gave the text like Rubu Gita and all. You have no other thought other than saying that you are not Panchakosha, you are Atma. That's it. There are no stories, there are no other explanation, nothing. That strong thoughts in us that we are that, not this, alone can help us, allow us to do actual sadhana, really to rise above the upadhis to reach to the self, not otherwise. So let us, at least after this much of time of listening, and observing our own life's course, be prepared with this knowledge information. और क्या फिर डरना है. Let us like be army soldier. They know it will be very cold, very tough, risky to the life at every moment. And then but they decide. So what? तो क्या हमने decide कर लिया. We'll be serving our nation through that. After that, then they don't even care the life also. Dedicated at the altar of the Mother India. That attitude, the spiritual seeker also, did the altar of the pure Brahman, he'll have to dedicate his whole life. That type of attitude alone makes us do the due sadhanas, which are required, though very tough, to go beyond one by one upadhi or kosha. It is not as easy as we are trying to study when we really do it. The more we try to do, as I told you, we studied, the devatas will trouble us, the maya will trouble us. The terrible prarabdhas will trouble us. The habits will trouble us. The vasanas will trouble us. इतने मिलकर अटैक करते हैं हमको. Like central government wants to do good work, all the opposition, how do they attack? In that way. बंदे को लगता है छोड़ ही दो ये, अब उसी में जाते हैं संसार में. Like in any of the movie, you can see the villain tying down the hero or somebody related to hero. Do what we say, then only we'll leave you. जो कॉम्प्रोमाइज होते हैं, जान बच जाता है उनका, but they have lost in the value. But hero is he who never compromises with it, with his idea. मर जाऊंगा लेकिन मैं अपना नहीं छोड़ूंगा वैल्यू. Is it not? The toughness, that's the most difficult thing. If that is not there, then somewhere or the other we will be lost in any of the koshas. Just be prepared in the mind that the journey spiritual is not as smooth and easy as we think. But then not impossible also, and then when we make it possible and achieve, the results are great. That I am that Brahman Anubhuti is class. There's nothing beyond that. So some we have to keep in mind the examples of Puja Gurudev and the Rishis Munis of our Shastras and get inspired to reach to that state. At that, after that inspiration, when we try to do sadhana, all these heavy, heavy loads of obstacles will come. Then it's like when you want to go to Badrinath, his thought is good, but then how tough it is. Even to reach to Rishikesh, अब वहाँ से लेकर, every mode is a danger. That ghat roads taking us to high altitude temples are the best example for spiritual sadhana. हर मोड में रिस्क होता है एंड मोड को आप छोड़ ही नहीं सकते. I tell you, when I used to travel from Uttarakashi to Delhi and Uttarakashi to Gangotri, so many times it was. ज़्यादातर जीप में जाते थे या बस में. घूमते रहते पूरा पेट में ये होते. एंड एनी मोमेंट इफ दैट ड्राइवर इज लिटिल इनएडवर्टेंट इनफ बाय नीचे वैली में, आज आपको ये उपनिषद पढ़ाने वाला स्वामी नहीं होता. Those 6 hours of journey, every moment is a risk. It's not a street road, Baba. घूमते जाओ पहाड़ के इलाके में. You all have seen it. Life is like that. And when you want to talk to someone during that ghat road travel, suddenly थोड़ा इधर मोड़ते ही सिग्नल चला जाता है. Life also. The signal of inspiration, the signal of devotion to Guru and God, the signal of faith to them, the signal that they are taking care of us, वो टूट जाता रहता है बीच बीच में. एंड वी आर लेफ्ट अलोन. यार कौन है मेरे लिए, मैं अकेला हूँ. क्योंकि स्पिरिचुअल सीकर खुद ही सबको छोड़ता है. इट इज हिज चॉइस ओनली. लाइक ए सन्यासी कैन नेवर कंप्लेंट बिकॉज ही ओनली हैज गिवन अप द वर्ड. देन नोबडी विल कम. देन द गुरु एंड गॉड दिखते तो है नहीं आंख सामने हो. समटाइम इवन दे दिखेंगे, उनके बातें आते नहीं समझ में. These are losing the signals. That's how the life. But that's how it is. That's how everybody went through. That's why whoever have reached out to them, they took so many lives and so much of sacrifices, efforts they have done. Now we understand how tough the rishis of the yore are even now, living all the comforts of the worldliness, going there, doing that heavy tapasya of denying all that Shabda Swarshadi and the Dehadi Tadatmya. कितना हिम्मत, कितना हौसला. एक spiritual seeker's journey is equivalent to all the army person's efforts put together. Because it's all physical level. But ये तो अदर ही चीज है. Oh, that's why nothing greater than spiritual sadhana and evolution and unfoldment. And whoever comes on to that path, both they are the most fortunate ones, so too most unfortunate ones because of the toughness of the work. But still, knowing this, again, we have to know that we have to encourage ourselves. We have to inspire ourselves. That no, 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 yes, it is difficult, I agree, but I will do. Little, little I do. Whatever I can do, I do. I know God, Guru are there with me. They are blessing me. And I will take their help. I will pray to them. So these are the ones continuously we have to entertain to keep ourselves on this path. These are all again I am telling after starting the sadhana. Not like we are only reading the roadmap. Not even prepared the vehicle. Where is the vehicle of Viveka, Vairagya, Shama, Dama, Uparama, Titiksha? वो पता ही याद नहीं रहते हमको. This Kali Yuga's another problem. Makes us get entertained with Vedanta spirituality, but keeps it only to entertainment level, makes us again forget them in a moment's notice to take the world as real. And when you forget them, then how can we do sadhana? ऐसा ही होता है कलयुग में. भूल ही जाते हैं. एंटरटेन होता है वेदांत क्लास, हम ब्रह्मास्म, पंचकोश अतीत, हम नीतम गुहाया, सब बातें हैं. इसमें कुछ साधना नहीं है, सिर्फ इन्फॉर्मेशन. And after this, it is forgotten. Back to the world, fully worldly. Every one of us, nobody is spared. There is no sentiments or emotion or any biasness. सब जीवों का ऐसी गति है. और उनमें से जिन्होंने अपने दिमाग लड़ा के सारे बात समझ ली, he accepted that it is tough, but he also says that I'll reach out. He is ready to do whatever the tough things to be done at his own capacity level. Main thing is our capacity. मैं मेरा जो ताकत है उसके अनुसार करूँगा. इसमें दोनों है फिर कि ज़्यादा मैं नहीं करूँगा बिकॉज इट इज़ वेरी टेंशन, कम भी नहीं करूँगा, इट इज़ ए चैलेंज. क्योंकि जब है कोई कैपेसिटी, व्हाई नॉट यूज इट. दोज पीपल अलोन कैन सस्टेन ऑन दैट. व्हाट इज माई औकात और ताकत, उतना करेंगे. और भगवान भी वही चाहते, करना भी वैसे ही पड़ता है. व्हाट इज माई कैपेसिटी, रिकॉग्नाइज इट, only do that much, increase the capacities. So maybe that way we relentlessly be on the path, get habituated to spiritual path, start liking it, enjoying it, entertaining it, enjoy the path. सफर को भी सफर नहीं करना, सफर को आनंद उठाना, लुफ्त उठाना जो कहते हैं. ये लुफ्त अंसा. Now we have seen thoroughly the three koshas, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya. These three koshas, when you study the books like Viveka Chudamani and all, Shankara Bhagavan talks in those texts about the koshas fitting to our level, where we are lost in. But in the Upanishad, this portion of we get lost in the Pancha Kosha is not touched at all. What is touched is what are these koshas per se, that's it. Not the misuse of these koshas leading to a terrible life of bhautikavada and samsara. वो सब थोड़ा टच करते हैं because the Upanishad students are those who have long back through Viveka and Vairagya and yoga sadhanas, they crossed all their, that type of negative upadhis adhatma. Negative upadhi tadatma is with the upadhi want to be bhogi in the world. That is already crossed. Even if not crossed, Guru, much before giving him the Upanishad Vidya, sees to it that qualification is made achieved by the disciple. Therefore, उनको फिर उन सब की जरूरत नहीं है बोलने का. So सीधा कोशम and its lakshanas, pancha limbs of that, then it is permeated with the next one, that is a bit taught. And for us to understand this becomes tougher because we are in this life of slavery to the Panchakosha. Therefore, when we study Adi Shankara's Panchakosha Viveka, and in that, through the sadhana, get Vairagya regarding all the bhoga the Panchakosha demands, and when we fulfill those demands, पंचकोश तादात्म्य becomes stronger. उन सबको दूर करके then we will study Taittiriya, then there is a meaning. Otherwise, very tough. I'm just giving an idea. Maybe one of the days we refer all that. I have to look for the book. So, in this way, we have seen the Manomaya Kosha thoroughly. Then we are coming to the fourth Vignanamaya Kosha. So, same like the Anna Prana relation, Prana Mano relation is Mana Vignanamaya. Okay. The starting of the mantra is same like earlier. Here also. Where from we start? Let us just chant for a minute, then take up the Bhashyam and study one by one word as the Lord wants. What is the main sentence of the Yajurveda Brahmana? Rigveda mantra regarding Manomaya Kosha we have seen in the fourth Anuvaka. Okay, in the fourth Anuvaka in the beginning, the Rigveda mantra quoting the existence of Manomaya Kosha is done. यतो वाचो निवर्तन्ते अप्राप्य मनसा सह आनन्दं ब्रह्मणो विद्वान् न विभेति कदाचनेति. This is what is the quote of Rigveda, Rug mantra, to substantiate what is said by the Yaju Brahmana about the Manomaya Kosha, which we have seen yesterday exhausted. There also tasmadva etasmad pranamayat anyah antara atma manomayah tenesha purnah savaesha purushavideva tanvaya purushavidah tasya purushavidadam. Then tasya yajireva shiraha rug dakshina pakshaha samottara pakshaha yoga atarvangirasa pucha pratishtha. Then in between adesha atma. Now same way the Vijnanamaya ko we have to jump into. The chanting is like this. Tasmadva etasmat manomayat anyantara atma vijnanamayah tenaisha purnah sava esha purusavida eva tasya purushavidatam anvayam purushavida eva. Is it not? सवायेष पुरुषविद एव तस्य पुरुषविदताम् अन्वयं पुरुषविदः. See, one portion. Then Panchalimba of this Vijnanamaya Purusha, who got this Purusha Akara from the Manomaya Purusha, have to be told. And they are told not to entertain. That is how the Vyaktitwas that are made by the Lord. So Upanishad तो भगवान ही है. तो उपनिषद में कह रहे हैं तो भगवान ने इसे बनाया. This is how he created the world of Panchakosha, not only in which he hidden himself, but through these koshas he is enjoying as a jiva. Paramatma is enjoying as a jiva, but jiva is suffering. Like the actor enjoys his role of even misery. He will not suffer, but the character suffers there. तस्य श्रद्धैव शिरः ऋतं दक्षिणपक्षः सत्यमुत्तरपक्षः योग आत्मा महापुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा. Again, to substantiate this Vijnanamaya Kosha, which is explained in this Yajurveda Brahmana, there is quotation again from Rigveda to substantiate it that yes, there is a Vijnanamaya Kosha. In fact, that alone is the Lord of Manomaya, Atma of the Manomaya. Because of that only all this is working, functioning. That's how in the Panchamanvaka, the Rigveda quotation. Again, half of the way, again Yajurveda mantra is taken, Brahmana, to tell about the Panchama Kosha. That is how this Upanishad giving us a clear idea for contemplation and rising above each kosha if we are interested, if we are committed. Nothing like that. Now let us study this one, next one. Bhashya for the fourth mantra we are studying. First, यतो वाचो निवर्तन्ते अप्राप्य मनसा सह इत्यादि. Only he has narrated or read out what is said in the mantra. He is not giving any explanation to this. Because as we told you yesterday, every quotation, every example need not be elaborated. Sometimes the quotation reference is given for creating the faith. Like in legal cases also, most of the time. When a particular case comes, the lawyer refers to the case 1998 में जब ऐसा हुआ तो वो वाला judgment दिया. They won't go into all details because details are already worked out there. तभी वो तो judgment हुआ ना. तो यहाँ भी every time we need and to this sentence specially it is going to come again after few mantras. So that time Bhagavan Adi Shankara will help us, explain to us. But here the idea of this quotation is देखो ऋग्वेद पढ़ो ये मंत्र होगा यतो वाचो निवर्तन्ते अप्राप्य मनसा सहा कहना या वो मनसा सहा को कोट्स में लगाओ. That means what Yajurveda said about the presence of the Manomaya Kosha. That's what we want. Manomaya Kosha hai. And then here the Upalashruti. As we have seen, the Annamaya ko Brahma के रूप में किया तो अन्नवान भवति. प्राणमय को ब्रह्म के रूप में किया, so you will have the Dirghayush. So to Manomaya Kosha, if somebody does the Brahma Upasana, Anandam Brahmano Vidwan. Then na vibheti kadachana. If one does the Manomaya Kosha, Brahma Upasana, he will get the Ananda at the Manomaya level, not the Anandamaya Ananda, not the Brahma Ananda, but the Anandamaya level of Ananda, because he is doing Upasana of Manomaya as Brahma. Therefore, Manomaya ka सारा non positive जाकर आनंद आएगा. Not only that, na viveti kadachana. Bhagavan Shankara has not explained this. We are just saying. There na viveti kutaschanete, that mantra will come that time. So na viveti kadachana. Because the fears are only at the anna and prana level. Because if they are not maintained, they will perish or disappear. But the mana sukshma vishaya hone ke karan. And mana is expression of Paramatma only. Is it not? For the sake of expressing Veda mantras, which you already studied. For these and various reasons, there are no fears when we come to the mana level. The Janma, Jara, Roga, Mrityu, Bhaya cannot be there to Manomaya. Because the mind never becomes old, nor it dies and all. It is there. परमात्मा के प्रकृति से ये मन निकलता है, वो लॉन्ग टाइम तक रहता है, उसको पेरिश होने का डर नहीं होता. Therefore, the one who realizes his identity with Manomaya Kosha and says that Manomaya Kosha is Brahma, for him the troubles, difficulties as you and I have will not be. Remember, whenever we say we are reaching to the higher kosha, the lower koshas are not destroyed. They remain there. We function through them as required outside, but no more value, reality, importance given to that. You understand? नहीं तो फिर कहाँ रहोगे आप? मनोमय जाते अन्न प्राण निकल गया, अब किसी को नहीं देखेंगे हम, कोई हमसे नहीं बात करेगा, क्योंकि अन्न प्राण नहीं है. So we live through, but then we are at the mana level. Mana is the Atma and that mana is Brahma. तो मन को ब्रह्म रूप में उपासना करने वालों को मन में आनंद आएगा और भय राहित्य होता है. भय, when things move smooth, we don't understand the meaning of fear. पता ही नहीं चलता, है ना? Like that news reporter was saying, when you see the news from far off distance of 4,000 kilometers, a thought of sympathy, yo, वहाँ इतना बड़ा भूकंप. But there's nothing compared to when you actually see it. You know, In a big continuous kilometers, the roads are broken, buildings are collapsed. People don't want to go to their houses, even though they are, because it's cracked. In front of the house only छोटा टेंट बना के वहाँ है, कितने दुखी है। आपको पक्का देखने से पता होता है, वो इधर से सुनने से कुछ नहीं। देखने इधर से टीवी में, यू डोंट हैव दैट फीलिंग देयर। इन द सेम वे मनोमय स्थिति में जाने के प्रयत्न में भी मुश्किलात ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड, बट वन रीचेस देन द एक्सपीरियंस इज लाइक दैट डिफरेंट. So up to this we have seen Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha. This is the quotation. We are seeing the next one. Anandam brahmano vidwan na vibheti kadach. भय राहित्य आता है मनोमय को ब्रह्म के रूप में उपासना करने से. गुड वन. सी आई एम द मनोमय इज ब्रह्म. आई एम नॉट ब्रह्म डायरेक्टली, अभी बीच में है. पहले और दो थे, उनको हमने धीरे धीरे हटाया. इति, दैट्स ऑल. What more I have to say about it, later on I will say like that. Now iti. Now tasya purvasya. Now we are coming to the introduction into the next one. And the other line also, sorry, very, that is what is there. After saying that quotation without explanation, the continuation, Bhagavan says, of the main mantra, tasya purvasya pranamayasya एषः एव आत्मा शारीरः शरीरे प्राणमये भवः शारीरः कः यः एषः मनोमयः. So these are all again mantras. This manomaya is there in the sharira of the pranamaya as the atma of the pranamaya. This we have to catch. तस्यैष एव शारीर आत्मा. तस्य पूर्वस्य एष एव आत्मा शारीरः शरीरे प्राणमये भवः शारीरः कः यः एषः मनोमयः. This is the main result of all that study we have done in the contrast of मनोमय and प्राणमय. फाइनली हमको यहाँ पहुँचना है कि मनोमय is the all permeating inner atma of the pranamaya. If we have come to this conviction, then our study is pakka. Then iska consequence क्या है? Therefore, as vigorously we practiced earlier that I am not annamaya, I am pranamaya. Now we have to accept that we are no more pranamaya, we are manomaya. ये वाला क्या कहते हैं लैप, ये वाला क्लाइंब, इफ यू कैन अचीव, then we have understood what was expected by Shruti Mata and the Gurus. Okay, na? When in the Pranamaya, permeating everything of it, every nook and corner of it, as its Atma, when the Manomaya is there, then where is Pranamaya there? Then that answer Guru will not give. He only ask us the question, तू बता. जब यहाँ प्रूव हो गया कि मनोमय ही प्राणमय में पूरा फैला हुआ है आत्मा के रूप में, where is pranamaya? That is what in the avidya of the manomaya, the projection of pranamaya came. In the avidya of the pranamaya, the projection and reality given to the annamaya came. So there we are now, what is happening? The strongly embedded avidya, that I am pranamaya, is removed by the strong new vidya, that I am manomaya. It is not an object outside you sweep away, but it's a very deep rooted concept, notion. Jiva is a notion, it's a concept. Jiva's upadhi tadatma also is a notional concept, but appearing to be solidly real. Only because of we giving the solid reality. This you can understand that in your life, we at some particular age or occasion or time, we give so much solid reality to something. It can be a person, it can be an object, it can be an activity. So much. After certain years, that all importance given goes away. That that aspect of disillusionment or dropping, that notion that it's so important, that we are explaining here. वो पॉइंट को पकड़ना उस समय में उतना रियल लगता है. द बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल व्हाट व्हेन दो लोग घमासान लड़ाई कर रहे हैं. What a reality to that issue and the fighting and shouting. But 8-10 घंटे के बाद कहाँ गया वो? At that time he appeared to be real. Ask that person after 10 घंटे, अरे फिर से जाके चिल्लाओ, वो नहीं करेगा. वो हो गया, वो उस मूड में वो रियल लगा बस. आप समय गुस्सा है यार, मैं इसलिए डांटा हूँ. So to the pyar attachments, when that bout of pyar or attachment comes, a wave of it, that time flooded by that wave, we live life of attachment there. But after certain time, that goes away. That is how the problem in the Grahastha ashrama. As long as that love attachment is there, they are so together. But that cannot be permanent because it is not real. For some reason, it was there. Some identity, some reason, something. But later on, she cannot love as she used to all the time husband. He cannot. Again, in between, fit bouts will come whenever she wants a new sari and wants to go to Maika or any golden ornaments required. फिर अलग वो मजा अलग है. This is a fact. Therefore, both of them are expected to take care of children, the parents, as well as some social service, and then the spirituality, so that some reason is there for them to stay together. Understood? Otherwise, if these reasons are not there, ego is sufficient to get separated. That's what the youngsters do nowadays. So, the strong notions that arm these panchakoshas is the one which has to be conquered. Now let us come. Tasmadva etasmat ityadi purvavatu. Okay? Hmm. इत्यादि पूर्वत. What is the इत्यादि पूर्वत? Tasmat etasmat means that Manomaya Kosha, which was explained in the Yajurveda Brahmana. And again, that Manomaya Kosha, just now, in the beginning of this Anuvaka only, is substantiated by the quotation of the Rigveda's mantra. That's the meaning of Tasmadva etasmat. वो वाला मन जिसको यजुर्वेद ने कहा और ये वाला मन जिसको ऋग्वेद ने सब्सटेंशिएट किया. तस्मात् ए तस्मात् वो ये. In Hindi also you talk that this. Yeah, that distant said by Yajurveda, though we are studying that mantra. But that knowledge is made as this because of the quotation of the Rigveda. So that this, Manomaya. Apart from this, Manomaya is one more. Tasmadva etasmat ityadi purvata Manomayatu. Other than the Manomaya, Anyaha, Antaraha, Atma, Vignanamaya. Therefore, like the earlier two koshas, this is also same. Ki Anyaha means other than Manomayaha, Antaraha inside the Manomayaha, Atma. Again, that also is taken as an Atma out of the Mithya Prakalpana only. वो पहले से हमको बताते आ रहे हैं. Every kosha is taken as an Atma by saying this. Earlier kosha, the Atma Tadatma is get rid of. And here also the Tadatma with this particular kosha also is notional, not real. It's a mithya prakal. Entertain that thought. And that is the truth. The two different standpoints. The standpoints of Shruti and Rishi, Shruti Mata and Rishi, whose experience is Brahma. Therefore, he has no identity with any of the koshas and Atma. Therefore, he is authorized or authentic. But we are at the level of identifying with the kosha. Therefore, we have to believe in their words and accept. Ki, the Vijnanamaya kosha is the real Atma in me, not Manomaya is real Atma to me. So too, the Atma of this Manomaya is Vijnanamaya. This final shot is the one which puts away or throws away the Manomaya kosha. ये आखिरी गोली है क्या कि ये विज्ञानमय is the Atma of the Manomaya. Like the Manomaya is the Atma of the Pranamaya is a final arrow or the bullet shot. With this, Pranamaya is gone because ये आत्मा है उसको unnecessarily you are giving value. So too, Vijnanamaya is the Atma of the Manomaya. Therefore, Manomaya is not at all to be valued as an Atma. But it is there. It has five limbs. It is Vedamaya. It is required for the Vyavahara. To the extent it is required, that much. देखो ये सारे सॉर्ट आउट होते हैं हमको सुनते 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 रहने से बट फॉर दैट यू हैव टू पेशेंस कामनेस ऑफ माइंड सबसे ज्यादा जेस्ट एंड zeal. Just only one example. How many look at the Everest Mount? Thousands, millions. But how many will think to climb? Very few. Among them, how many try? Very few. Among trying, who will reach? Only one or two. But that one or two is probability is there in everyone. Among them, these two made it possible because of their inner zeal, that inner zest that definitely will mount it or climb it. Same way, everybody will study Vedanta. Very few are there who want to live the life Vedanta. Among those who want to live, everybody will live in between only, like माउंट एवरेस्ट का थोड़ा टफ स्टेज तक जाने के बाद घबराहट जाते हैं ओ इट्स नो ऑक्सीजन तो विल गो बैक बट सम ऑफ देम दे चले दे टेक इट आर्या पार मरेंगे लेकिन जाएंगे दे रीच सो टू इन वेदांत आल्सो it's not everybody's bite it's a tough but those who take up they will reach out luckily it's a true path it's a reality it is not any jhoot moot. So we have seen this much. Tasmad ba etasmad manomayat anyah antara atma vijnanamayah. Then tena esha purnaha. हो गया? Now अस्य अंतरा आत्मा विज्ञानमय मनोमयस्य अभ्यंतरः विज्ञानमय. है ना? How come the pranamaya is inside the manomaya, annamaya? Because we feel it. मेरे अंदर ही सब. Even though, as we told you 4 days back, all what Shruti Mata is saying is untrue. But out of our compassion for us to lift us to the self, yena kena prakarena, this fellow has to be lifted to Paramatma. Therefore, he is saying that Annamaya ke andar prana, prana ke andar mana, he is accepted by the Shruti. But actually, it is the other way around. Pranamaya is the container, Annamaya is the contenter. We have already seen it. But it's okay, वो बाद में खुद को पता चलेगा. But let me, for the sake of him, accept temporarily this, his experience. Because he never feels the pranamaya kosha's lakshana of hunger and thirst somewhere outside. It is inside. And why that pranamaya kosha's hunger and thirst is felt inside? Only one reason. That we are seated very strongly in the conviction that I am this Annamaya Kosha. Is it not? And therefore, to maintain the Annamaya Kosha, the food is required. For the supplying the food, the Pranamaya Kosha is required. Therefore, Pranamaya Kosha is kept inside as if. Otherwise, this Pranamaya Kosha in me and outer Vayu are always same. So total Vayu outside actually becomes the Pranamaya Kosha at the individual level. Become means what? Conditionally expresses. And that is what we experience. We don't feel hunger in others' body. We don't feel hunger in any animal. But if a yogi who comes to the Pranamaya Tadatma level, for him, every jiva's hunger is his own hunger. Therefore, he goes on feeding everyone unbiased. That's how you see those yogis. Whatever the food they eat, same food they give to the dog also. Not the yajaman of the dog who does it. कि कुत्ते का बिस्कुट खुद आके उसको उनको देता है. This is out of emotion. Theirs is not out of emotion. They know in that jiva the pranamaya, in the pranamaya same, both pranamaya are hungry, then given the food. This is very subtle thing to understand. But we, because so much overpowered these dehosmi aham, this pranamaya is felt as if it is inside. Actually, this pranamaya and that outer vayu are not two. One only. इन दैट वायुमंडल एक वन कॉर्नर में एक स्थूल शरीर में वही वायुमंडल और एक पंच प्राण या प्राणमय कोश के रूप में उसको सपोर्ट कर रहा है. बट फॉर अस इन एक्सपीरियंस इट इज इनसाइड. वो शुद्ध बात से चल ठीक है, आपको ऐसा सोचने से समझ बात है कि बात या चलो जाओ. सेम वे इनसाइड द प्राण है देयर इज मनोमय. हाउ डू यू से? बिकॉज द मनोमय कोशा sentiments, emotions are felt more closer than the pranamayas, hunger and thirst. That's why when the manomaya koshas, prema overpowers, then we don't have food, annamaya, pranamaya, we give it to others. So to the negative feeling of dukkha also comes to the mana, we deny taking the food. मैं गुस्सा में हूँ, मैं खाऊंगा नहीं. That gussa is manomaya. खाऊंगा नहीं is giving up pranamaya. खाऊंगा नहीं. Don't we do it? So, that means what? This experience of manomaya is in more proximity than the pranamaya. Therefore, pranamaya is kept away. Therefore, earlier we thought prana is atma, now the mana is atma. Now, even from manomaya, antartama is vijnanamaya. Why is it so? Because the manomaya kosha will go only to the fields which are known. To the unknown fields, the manomaya cannot. Manomaya means sankalpa. आप जिन चीज़ों को देखे हुए हो कभी ना कभी इस जन्म में या पूरे जन्म, उसी का संकल्प विकल्प मन में होता है. No new inquiry is done to know new things by mana. That job is done by Vijnanamaya. Therefore, the Vijnanamaya is more closer Atma to us. Vijnanamaya is permeating the Manomaya Kosha. Manomaya is not real Atma. Vijnanamaya. Vijnana is knowing even unknown so far. All sciences are विज्ञानमय, इसलिए उसको वैज्ञानिक बोलते हैं. सही बोलते हैं. ही इज नॉट मानसिक, ही इज नॉट प्राणिक, ही इज नॉट शारीरिक. है ना? देर आर शारीरिक हीलर्स आर देयर, डॉक्टर्स. द प्राणिक हीलर्स आर देयर एट द प्राण लेवल. द मानसिक हीलर्स आर देयर, गुरुज एंड ऑल, psychotherapists. He is not psycho, he is doing therapy. Then the Vaijnanikas, those who are living at the Vijnanamaya Kosha level. Okay. Now this Vijnanamaya Kosha is also Purusha Vidaha. This is what the most important subject in this Brahmananda Valli. Understanding Vijnanamaya Kosha, living life at Vijnanamaya Kosha, so that we rise above the Tadatma with Mano, Prana and Anna, though they continue staying there. बस तादात्म्य का छोटा है, वो मैं हूँ भाव को छोड़ो बस. उससे मेरे को कोई जरूरत है तो जरूरत लेता हूँ, उसको कोई मेंटेन करना है तो करता हूँ. दैट्स इट. आई एम नॉट दैट वाला स्ट्रॉन्ग भाव. इम्पोर्टेंट. is this one. So, what are the limbs? Now, first we'll enumerate them, then, with the help of Bhashya, one by one, we try to understand. Okay, one by one. Excellent. First, Tasya Shraddhaiva Shiraha. Be clear about. As we saw in Manomaya, Yajureva Shiraha, Rugdakshana Pakshaha, Satyamuttara Pakshaha, then Adesha Atma, Atharvangirasa, Pucha Pratishta. Same mold is Vijnanamaya Kosha. Therefore, it is also Purusha Vidha. Therefore, it also has the Pakshi Purusha, then Pancha Vishyas, 5 limbs. Shraddhaiva Shiraha. We will study all that. Rutam Dakshinaha Pakshaha. The Rutam is the right wing. Satyam Uttara Pakshaha, the left wing. Yoga Atma, the yoga is central wing. What are the wheels? Maha Pucham Pratishta. Maha is the tail. So, this example, giving that comparison of Pakshi is so wonderful. And that Jiva in the Pakshi. You will have to fly high to any altitudes. All these 5 limbs have to be cooperational to it. In our life also, the limb of each of the kosha, as Pakshi are told, only to make us aware that we have to make right use of these things to soar high in our evolution. Yesterday we saw one whole class only for that. Okay. So Shraddha, Rutam, Satyam, Yoga, Mahaha. Bayat karo in cheezon ko. This interesting Taittiriya Upanishad, right from beginning, it is giving such a detailed things for the interested people to get to by heart. Started with first only. Shiksham Yakyasyamaha. See, Varnaha, Swaraha, Matra, Balam, Sama, Santanaha. Enumeration. When some numbers are given, enumeration, it is interesting to remember. It's an exercise also. Therefore, what is the Siksha Dhyaya contains unambiguous these 6 things. Thereafter again, what is the Samhita Upanishad contains? Is it not? Again, that things were told. The 5 things are told. Remember that Mata, आचार्य पूर्व रूपम अंतेवा सित्तर रूपम विद्या संधि प्रवचनगम संधानम इत्यादि विद्यम. When we are given the upasana, the 5 things are told. Again, when we came to the Vyahrutis, 4 are told. 3 known to all, 4th which Mahasamasya Rishi revealed to us. See, again when we came to the 7th Anuvakam, 5 Panktams were told. है ना, 2 बाहर के 3 अंदर के. पांक्त पंचकम, a numbering. The Vayu Panktam, Prana Panktam. You can see. Panktam va idagam sarvam, Pankte naiva Panktagga sprunoti iti. Adilokam adijyautisam adividyam adiprajamadidhyatmam, Then again when it came to our, what was the next one? 9th Anuvaka. 8th one was the Pranava Upasana. In that Pranava also, we were told the 2 aspects of Pranava as Mahatattva as well as Brahma. ओंकार का महातत्व के उपासना करो रूप में, ये फल फलेगा. ब्रह्म के रूप में करो तो ब्रह्म ज्ञान होगा. In the 9th Anuvaka, list of the things to be done as sadhana are told. While living the grahastha ashrama. Radhancha swadhyaya pravajane satyam cha swadhyaya pravajane tapascha damascha shamascha agneyascha agnihotrancha. Then the next one, aham vrukshas deriva keti pushtangireriva. Last one was 11th. Again in that, as we said now, in that convocation, 25 items are given. In the same way, भगवान आर सो काइंड टू गिव अस द नंबर्स. पहले 5 कोशों का नाम, उसके बाद हर एक कोश के 5 लिम्स, उस लिम्ब का स्पेसिफिक नेम्स, शिरः, दक्षिण पक्षः, उत्तर पक्षः, आत्मा एंड पुच्छम. That also giving the comparison with the Tittiri bird, because it's Taittiriya Upanishad. And that enumeration always good to remember. So if I ask you, what are the 5 limbs of the Annamaya Kosha? Immediately, idameva shirahayam, dakshina pakshayam, uttara pakshayam, atma idam pucham. Then I ask the Pranamaya Kosha, prano eva shiraha vyano, dakshina paksha, apano, uttara paksha, akasha, atma, prithvi, pucham, pratishtha. So too, when I ask Manomaya का क्या है? So तस्य जिरेव शिरः रुक् दक्षिण पक्षः सामोत्तर पक्षः, then सामोत्तर पक्षः आदेश आत्मा अधर्वांगिरस पुच्छम प्रतिष्ठा. Enumeration. So too, now we are studying विज्ञानमय कोश. श्रद्धा शिर है, रुत दक्षिण पक्ष, सत्यम उत्तर पक्ष, योग आत्मा, महा पुच्छम प्रतिष्ठा. One by one we have to study. Now before that, here the connection between prana, manomaya and vijnanamaya, Shankara Bhagavan says in 1 or 2 lines. Then one by one he takes up. Why, what is Shraddha and why Shraddha is given the position of Shirobhaga. That is most important. Then the other 3 are told. Uttara, Dakshina Pakshas and Atma. Then why they are mutually integrated, that also is told. And in that, the role of yoga is very beautifully elaborated. Then all of them are related to Mahatma, therefore Mahapucham Pratishtha. बढ़िया वाला ये टॉपिक है, देखेंगे हम थोड़ा थोड़ा. Now, Manomaya Veda Atma Ukta. It already said that Manomaya is Veda Atma. मतलब वेद ही आत्मा है मनोमय के. सो वेद मंत्रों का व्यक्तीकरण के लिए ही मन अपने वृत्तियों के साथ निर्मित किया गया. वृत्तियों के साथ कैपेसिटी ऑफ एक्सप्रेसिंग एज द वृत्तिस. Vedatma Manomaya is a beautiful thing for our realization. Mana is only the Atma of the Vedas. Mana is an instrument to express the Veda in the Madhyama and Pashyanti and Vaikhari Vani. Paravani, may the Vani is one with God. Other than having the Vedatmata for the Manomaya, any other is the self-created. That is the cause of dukkha. That is what is to be dropped. Then the dukkha goes away. Then for what the Manomaya is given? Manomaya is given for being a Vedatma. Then when you use that Manomaya for the Veda Adhyanam, then the Manomaya Kosha is properly utilized through the Veda Adhyanam and Sadhana. When we reach the self, the positive bliss comes. So that dropping the other aspects of the mind removes the negative things and the dukkha. And this side it gives the positive ananda when we use the manomaya for the Veda Adhyanam ityadi. Because it is Vedatma. Vedatma, what is important? Manomaya is Vedatma. Sorry, Vijnanamaya is Vedatma. Wonderful. Manomaya is Vedatma Ukta. Actually, very sorry. मनोमय वेदात्मा बोल दिया. Now, it's only the Vedas expressed as the mantra in the Manomaya. Vedas expressed as the Shabdarashi or the mantra at the Manomaya. But Vedartha Vishaya Buddhi, what is the meaning of those mantras? Who will authenticate? Who will certify? Who will approve? Who will endorse? That aspect of the personality is this 4th kosha called as Vijnanamaya. The difference between Manomaya and Vijnanamaya is this. Manomaya makes the Veda appear as the mantra. मंत्र के रूप में वेद और परमात्मा एक्सप्रेस होते हैं मनोमय में. Paramatma expresses as mantra at the Manomaya level, that is called as Veda. But what is the meaning of those Veda mantras? Vedartha Vishaya. Is it not? वो सिर्फ बोलने के लिए नहीं होते वेद मंत्र. They have to be contemplated. For that, you know the meaning. You have to know the meaning. Therefore, Vedartha Vishaya Buddhi Nischayatmika Vijnanam Tataha cha Adhyavasayana Lakshanam Antakaranasya Dharmaha. तन्मयो निश्चय विज्ञानैः प्रमाणस्वरूपैः निर्वर्तितः आत्मा विज्ञानमयः प्रमाण विज्ञान पूर्वको हि यज्ञादिः तायते यज्ञादि हेतुत्वं च वक्ष्यते श्लोकेन. These are all little sublime thoughts. We need to exclusively study one by one word that. So we'll meet tomorrow. Don't touch anything. Straight away talking that the Manomaya is spoken as Vedatma. Now वेद मंत्र तो रिवील हुए. What is the artha of it? The artha avishkarana is done by the Vijnanamaya. After that only artha avishkarana, which is called nischaya, which is called buddhi, vyavasayatka buddhi, that other aspects of manamaya ityadi are functional. These are crucial thoughts. Tomorrow we'll see. Today I wrote that. Om 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 Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamādāya Purnamevāvashishyate. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः परमशिभ्यो नमः परब्रह्मणे नमः श्रुतिमात्रे नमः तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु.